Hello and welcome to Self Love Lunch Break. Bear with me, I am adding Instagram to this um, broadcast. Is that what it's called? Yes, broadcast. So I'm just about to add Instagram. And so if you will bear with me, we will go live very soon. Why on earth does Instagram want to post? I don't want to do a post, I want to do a live. Let's go live, people. So, welcome to Self Love Lunch Break. With me, Diana, your self-love coach. As always, I am so happy to be here with you, and I would love to know where you're joining from. So do tell me in the chat. Let me get to my chat now that I mentioned that, so that I can see when you send me a message. And if you saw the title of today's talk, I want to talk about how much do you really trust yourself, and do you really trust yourself? So I was going to start with hello, Claire. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Claire Wilding is here. So good to have you here on Facebook, Claire. So, do you trust yourself? Thinking about everything that's happening in the world at the moment, there is so much social pressure to behave, which obviously there's a reason for it. There are so many reasons why we all choose every day to put masks on, why we choose to stay home, why we've chosen to observe and obey the laws around lockdown. So many good social reasons, absolutely, yes. However, I think what is a very strong possibility is that we will forget to trust ourselves because so much about life has become legislated that when it comes to making a decision that others might not like, we might find ourselves feeling really, really nervous, really unsure, really not certain about whether we are convicted about that decision or not, especially when people in our team, if you work in a business with a team, people in our team, people in our family, people in our friendship circles may not agree with us. How do you feel when you make a decision for yourself, for your life, what you're going to do next, and the people around you that you care about don't agree with you or really go against you, really think you're wrong? Um, Are you able to still make that decision or stick to the decision you've made? Are you able to stick to your course of action even when those around you don't agree or actively go against you? So that brings me to the topic, self-love. There is a way to be certain of your decisions. There is a way to, first of all, be certain that the decision is right for you and that it sits well with you, that even in the face of resistance, that you will stick to that decision and that you'll stay true to it. And then, if you come to a point down the line where you're looking at reviewing that decision, where you can actually review the decision and either change it or stick with it again and still feel comfortable, whichever decision you take, and know that you're 100% in your authenticity and your integrity. So, what is that way? Claire, they don't have to agree. Absolutely. They don't have to agree. Sometimes it's so much easier said than done, though. And for some people, it's easier than others. Claire, I think you and I are quite similar in this way, in that we have a strong sense of self. So for us to make a decision and think, well, if you don't agree, you don't agree, that's fine. Definitely. I know that. That's how I am. And yet, lately, I've caught myself thinking and second guessing and thinking just a little bit longer than I might about how others might feel about my decision or how I might feel when they disagree with me. So, how to go about that? How to get all of this right? Again, it ties into what I say over and over again. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself. Spend that time with you. What triggers you? What are you passionate about? What ethics do you live by? What ethics are really yours, and not just ethics that you've taken on from the society that you're part of or the family that you're part of? What really means something to you? Get and remember that you are a constantly shifting, growing, evolving being of energy. So getting to know yourself is a daily practice. It's about committing just that little bit of time to yourself, your true essence, the core of who you are every day. And by doing that, with every day that passes, you will know yourself more. You will have a deeper intimacy with yourself, with your inner self. And when it comes time to make the tough decision, you will be able to make it in confidence. When it comes time to defend that decision with people going against you, you will be able to defend it with a tone of love and certainty, and not being defensive or feeling that you need to fight for it. You will just be able to quietly own your space and own your decision. And then when it comes time to review the decision, the same thing will apply. You will have such quiet confidence that is so authentic and runs so deep that reviewing a decision and changing it, maybe shifting it slightly, or not changing it at all, will feel natural to you and you'll feel comfortable with it. And so often, especially when we work in teams and families, we actually get great input from people. So on the flip side of what I started off by saying, sometimes we make a decision or put something in place and it doesn't necessarily work out exactly the way we anticipated, or we might get feedback from our team, from our peers, from our family that makes sense, that we can tweak that decision slightly. And when you truly know yourself and love yourself, doing that is so much easier, because what you've done is you're by knowing yourself, by spending time with yourself, by committing to loving yourself every day, you're quietening the ego that needs to defend you and protect you and make sure that you're safe and okay. You quiet that down because you're making yourself safe and okay. You're making yourself important enough to qualify for that quality time. And so making tough decisions, standing by tough decisions, reviewing and changing decisions that you've made in the past, all of these things become natural and easy. Quite frankly, life just gets easier and easier when you know yourself. So again, as always, today's self-love lunch break ends with take time for you. Take time for you. Get to know yourself. Get to know how you've shifted, how you've changed. Get to know what you really stand for, what you truly believe. Ask yourself questions as you would ask a new friend or a new lover. Get to know yourself. Fall in love with you. You matter. You're worth it. So on that note, I'm going to bid you farewell. I'm off to have some lovely lunch. And think about it. Spend time with you. Get to know yourself, love yourself, and just don't stop. Thank you for joining me. I will see you again soon. Ciao for now. Bye.